Wholeness and balanced vibrations. Today I'd like to talk about certain aspects of reality transurfing as a reality transurfing coach and trainer. And these aspects are really about projections into the future and our current reality and the state of presence. When our minds become stuck, either in the past or our minds are anxiously projecting into the future, we're actually missing out on the beautiful experience of the presence of our current reality that just simply exists in the now, in that present eternal moment. And it is only from this present eternal moment that we can really tap into changing our reality, bending or hacking our timeline, our track line. The future is a probability. In terms of ordinary experience, nothing exists there yet. It is a virgin territory, planted simply by your feelings, your thoughts, and your beliefs that you're holding in this now present moment. And the present reality is nothing more than the past moment that has been repeated enough times to project itself into our current future. Therefore, I will plant accomplishments and successes, and I will do this by remembering that nothing can exist in the future that I do not want to be there. We have a choice in every single moment. I am the observer, and therefore, being the observer, I'm also the creator. Being the creator, I'm also the consumer of what I have created. So, what are you exactly actively observing today in your life? What's really coming up for you today? You don't really generate or broadcast your thoughts. What you do is you tune into an already existing space of variations that's already there. It's already been created. And the more you tune to it, the more it comes to you. The more you tune into it, the clearer the signal, until it becomes all that you hear, all that you see, all that you feel, all that you touch, and all that you smell. It becomes very ingrained as part of your reality. And so you have a choice from this infinite creation of which wave you're going to surf, which wave are you going to choose as your destiny. Because all versions of all parts of all reflections of you exist in this space of variance, as we are multi-dimensional beings. Do you think that your destiny is predetermined, where you're like a paper boat going in the direction that the waves take you? Or do you think that you have a choice to surf the wave that you intend to surf, so that you can choose what you intend to get? This is a matter for you to decide, as everybody is right from their own opinion. I like to view it as a television channel for that matter. You're tuning into the channel of your choice. And the best way to tune in and be tapped in and turned on is simply to follow your excitement. Tune into the channel that you intend to perceive. View yourself as a biological television where you have the capacity to tune in to various programs. You don't generate them, you just simply tune into them. Them being in the space of variance of infinity. They already exist. They are all there. They've always been there and they always will be. So how do you tune in? People ask me. You tune in through your thoughts, which create feelings and emotions. You tune in through your words, which create your actionables, which also create feelings. So for example, if you would like good health, then you think about good health. You talk about good health. You make investigations about health products. You become conscious about the food that you eat, the drink that you're going to taste, the kind of water that you ingest, and all your thoughts are focused on health. If you would like abundance in your life, then you simply notice abundance everywhere you go. You think about being abundant, and you make it your mission to see it everywhere you go, because you've already decided what you do not want. So happy space of variance means that you choose carefully. You choose with your heart, and then you enjoy the play. It is at this point that you realize that circumstances do not matter, but only state of being does, and so not to discount the circumstances, but keep your vibrational frequency as your state of being high. And to let you know that it's what meaning that you are deciding to give each thing from one moment to another that determines the effect that you can extract from it. After all, everything is empty and meaningless until you give it meaning. And taking that accountability of ownership is what really and truly needs to come up in your life. Your energetic signature depends on the way your brain is translating the bits of information. Your brain can be your biggest friend or your greatest enemy, as it only translates the information experienced in a frequency band. It can become your best friend if you simply change the program that you've been playing in your brain. Change the channel, change your thoughts to change your frequency. And when you act as the representation of the reality you prefer, you actually become it, like a player in a game. And this becomes your energetic signature. And then the desired synchronicity has no other choice but to simply kick in. Synchronicity happens at all times, but the quality of synchronicity depends on the vibrations that you are offering at that particular time. Keep your vision as your intention. Keep your intention as your vision, so that your brain is receiving and transmitting your intention. If you want to know what you think of yourself, then ask yourself what you think of others, and at that point you will find your answer. 95% of people are too busy attempting to change the effects external to them. Something happens which they do not like, and they try to change the situation from the external. They soon find that they're simply changing one form of distress into another. However, the other 5% are busily engaged with the causes. They know that in order to make any permanent change, it is the cause which they must seek, and they soon find that the cause is within their control. It is the 5% that do the thinking. and the 95% which merely accept the thoughts of others. Simply like that paper boat I spoke about, bobbing along whichever wave comes into its reality. You have a choice. You take the direction of the life you wish to intend. This even comes to partners and love. Human love is like a business arrangement. We project our illusion onto another person, and we later find that our illusion is just that, a fantasy. And so we become angry and frustrated with the person for not fulfilling this illusion. This is definitely insane. Reality is only a brief moment in time that you simply keep on repeating again and again with whatever is your belief structure. Your mind is the greatest soap opera scriptwriter in history. It makes up some incredible dramas and stories, disasters of all things that never happened and probably never will. A fully involved, enthusiastic observer, however, just observes from that neutral point, and he also creates the observed so that you and others can actually experience it. And as long as you don't associate yourself with it, you can play any role. You can be anyone that you want to be. You can be healthy, you can be wealthy, you can be beautiful or handsome, happy. You have a choice. All it takes is dropping the importance, dropping the attachment, dropping the egoic structure that you're attaching yourself with this. The best advice is to simply strive to impress yourself. After all, there is no other. There is only the self. You are the only one out there by being the only one in there. Reality is not fixed. Reality is fluid. It's even mutable, but it's also open to influence. And nobody is perfect until you fall in love with them. So why waste any time and not fall in love with yourself first, so that you can be perfect? After all, you are the beloved that you are seeking. And at this point, when you expect nothing, you have the immense satisfaction of receiving everything that you want. And the truth is that we're all actors on this life stage, and all of our lives are shaped by the parts that we choose to play, the roles that we choose to play. And to recast yourself in a different role, you simply have to change the way you see yourself. And the way you see yourself will allow the world to change its perception of you. Just as a physical friction generates electricity, so does mental friction cause an electrical state of mind. Fear and worry is that mental friction. You will have fear for as long as you have doubt or as long as you have uncertainty. And as long as you have that doubt or uncertainty, the results of any business or any relationship or anything that's coming up for you in your life will worry and fail because the fear is feeding them. Where there is no doubt or uncertainty as to the positive outcome of a thing, there can be no fear or worry or mental friction. And so you must detach to remove fear and resistance. Remember, insistence creates resistance. Momentum increases when energy is added, and that is why the secret of success is pure focus. For example, a steam engine cannot run with all the valves open, can it? And if you want maximum speed to occur, you have to close all the valves and focus. Focus all of your energy into a single intention. with an actionable. And even if you have many things that you enjoy doing, you cannot do all of them at the same time. But you can do one of them at one time. You have to close yourself from what is good or even great and focus only on what is the best. By going with the flow and focusing within the flow, you start to achieve big results. At this point, awareness is the key to everything. The unaware people may even ask what awareness has got to do with making money or getting the right partner. The answer is, it's got everything to do with everything. When you're aware, you realize that it isn't about getting this or getting that, but it is about knowing what reality really is and who you really are in that game. Then from that space of knowingness and from that space of beingness, you're a liberated being. You're free to create whatever you wish because you are present with the self. You're free to play with all the illusions without being trapped by anything because you have a knowing that it's only a game. So body stepping is an interesting trick. It's done by slowing time down in your mind and visualizing yourself stepping into your body. It's gathering all your energy body into your body and giving it strength. It is an amazing ability as you and the body move, and as you move it triples your energy, doubling the effect. This is what it means to gather or pull or bring yourself together. It means becoming one with yourself as the smaller cells of the egoic structures fall away. You feel more empowered, you feel more powerful when you're calm, when you're collected, and when you're present. And coming from this state, being collected rather than scattered, is the key to power. All gain is the result of a gathering consciousness, and all loss is the result of a scattering consciousness. We know that we create our reality with our thoughts and our feelings, but sometimes we feel that we have been having negative thoughts and negative feelings for a long period of time in the past, and therefore the effects are inevitably going to show up in our present. We start to think that we can't stop them from happening, since we have already been putting energy into their creation. But the truth is, we have no idea how much control that we really have over our reality creation in every moment. There are no limits to what a human being can do. After all, we're human beings, aren't we? We aren't human doings. And so the power of choice enables us to choose how things should go in this moment, so that we can make a choice in this present moment at this particular point, to create reality in this moment and slip out of the normal awareness and lock yourself into a dreamlike state. All you have to do is visualize what you need in this moment, and then return back to your normal awareness and continue to do what you're doing. Don't hold on to anything. Don't be attached to anything. We should do this visualization in an alpha state instead of a beta state. It's like the daydreaming state. And in this state, our dreams can turn into our reality simply by us focusing in on them. The entire process should take no longer than 5 seconds, and the results are amazing. You normally visualize a lot in the alpha state when you're daydreaming, but you are unaware of what you're doing. Therefore, you're often quite surprised and shocked when the actual event really does manifest in your physical reality. This is synchronicity. To create reality in this moment, just use your daydream visualization on purpose. This simple and powerful act is all you need to turn an uneasy situation into a pleasant situation whenever you feel. And in the process of achieving your goals, you have become more than what you are. Your self-identity needs to expand to include these things that you intend to manifest. If you identify with the person you will be when you achieve your goal, you'll get there very quickly. And once you've shifted your identity, you simply make gradual changes in your persona to match the one that you would adopt when you have fully achieved your goal. Chaos magic is magic without limitations. The rule is that there are no rules. You choose what the rules are. You choose everything. You choose which wave you're going to surf. Do what thou wilt, and thou shalt be the whole law of the universe, it is said. It is a form of no holding on. It's simply magical. Nothing is true, but everything is permitted. And this chaos magic deals with subjective reality rather than the objective reality. Chaos magic works with meta-belief systems. It is the belief that belief itself is only a tool for achieving the effects, and it is not an end in itself. It means that you can believe anything you want to because you have the choice of free will. But it is the belief alone by itself that actually holds the power. It is the idea that belief is nothing more than a state of mind, and as such, it can be manipulated by the will. Magic is the act of causing change in accordance with the will, whether it be lower will or higher will. It is the will that moves the energy of reality. And so living like this, in this transurfing reality, is a state of pure and total detachment. It is the state of having nothing to lose and not being attached to anything, to any results, to any outcome, to any situation. And you've also given the situation its freedom to grow as and when. And when you take an action using this intention with detachment, that's when what you'll always produce is a successful result or a successful outcome. That is because the outcome of the universal flow in you will always be the right one for you in that particular time and space. So this awareness in seeing the world as an illusion allows you the freedom to engage in the drama, but still being free from all the entrapments of the drama. You are simply a witnessing observer. And detachment allows you to escape this world of limitation so that you can tap into the universal flow that was always there for you, where the answer to your question and the action for your success both exist. Attachment confines your opinions, but detachment frees you fully. Be that detached observer. Hold on to your intention. Wholeness and balanced vibrations.